welcome. Glad to see everyone back. Hey, Chandri, 3 p.m., but unfortunately I have to go. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you'll be able to make it back before the end of the stream. Hey, y'all, welcome. Glad to see everyone. New Year's took its toll on me. Staying up. You know, it's funny. I stay up late a lot, but for whatever reason, I think it's the lights. The lights are really bothering my eyes this time around. I think I'm going to have to adjust them. So we'll see how it goes. Hope everyone has had a good year so far. I'm going to continue on with this hibiscus butterfly piece. I started with the pastel background and working on the colored pencil now. And then I'll go into graphite in a little while. I'm not sure how long the stream will be. It will at least an hour, maybe a little bit longer. We'll have to see how my eyes are doing and my hand. So what have I been up to since New Year's? Well, we're still in the middle of redoing our house. So we finally got our bedroom. Well, our bedroom was done, and then we took all the stuff out of 2 or 3 of the rooms and stuck them in there, in our bedroom, because we needed some place to put the stuff while we were painting and setting things up for Tim. So we finally got all of that cleared out of our bedroom this weekend. And then our loft is a mess. A lot of stuff came up here. I have a lot of it cleaned up. I do want to reorganize my closet, which is going to be another whole thing in itself. And then hopefully we can get that done and the loft done. We do have some chairs that are going to eventually arrive. So I'm hoping to get everything done by then. We'll have to see. Otherwise it's going to be a mad scramble. And that's really all that we've been to. I've had a couple doctor's appointments. I have another one tomorrow. Gotta love all these tests. But it's all good. And then, I don't know. That's about it. Get results Friday for a couple tests. Let's see what else. Next week, Tuesday, my mom goes in for her last chemo treatment, so that's exciting. And yeah, that's about all. I meant to get my vlog going. I started recording and then I stopped recording. There was just so much to do and I wasn't feeling good. And then I haven't recorded the past few days, so I really need to get back into that and set up the channel. I don't even have the channel set up yet, so there's that. What else? Yeah, that's about all, I think. That's new since New Year's, I guess. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the live streams. I probably won't art too much, at least not right away off stream. I'll probably just art on stream. So my projects will probably end up being several streams. So it'll be various parts. There's a lot of things that I need to do and get done, especially at the beginning of the year. So I don't know how much of like tutorials or anything. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get back into tutorials. I really don't know. I haven't made that decision yet. I think it depends upon how I'm feeling at the time. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. What else? I don't know. That's about it. So if you have any questions, feel free to just comment. Be happy to answer any that you have. I find I'm kind of enjoying the drawing again. It's nice to be back in front of the easel and doing things and being creative. I did kind of miss being creative in this aspect. One thing I am surprised about is as long as I have been away from doing art, I am surprised that I'm able to jump in. I mean, it was frustrating when I first started. I wasn't sure what I was doing, but now I feel a little bit more confident and that I can actually manage to do this. So that was interesting. And now I kind of feel like, oh, I kind of remember a lot of what I was doing before. So I guess it's kind of like riding a bike a little bit. You just don't, it's there. You just have to brush up on it and all of that. I mean, there's definitely things I need to work on, but it'll come back. I'm already happy with the hibiscus. I think I have the dimension and I have the values and stuff. So I'm pretty happy with it, all things considered. So I did go over my lines. I put a darker color of pastel on my line drawing, and I went over my lines to redefine some of the areas I was struggling with seeing. That seems to be helping. Unfortunately, some of the other areas that I was like guessing are a little off, but I mean, it's a flower, it's organic. I mean, you're not really going to notice it anyway unless you're looking at the reference. So it doesn't have to be precise. My old me is like, oh, this has to be exact. But then I'm like, no, it really doesn't. You just have to... I have to talk myself into the fact that it's okay if it's not and if it's loose. So... trying, as I'm getting back into it, to be a little bit looser than I was before and not as precise. So hopefully that'll work out. Hey Steve, how you doing? Yes, it has been a while. Sorry I didn't catch your stream until just now, so pardon me. Forthcoming question. Do you use pastels as a base? Advantages, disadvantages? Steve, it's good to see you. I hope you're feeling okay. I've seen your posts. I know that it's rough for you right now, but I do hope you're feeling much better for your situation anyway. I did use pastels in the background here, and then I'm just doing color pencil for the flowers, and then down here there's going to be a gray area, and I'm going to do all of that in graphite. Just because I'm getting back into this, I kind of wanted to do something that I could practice all my regular mediums all at one time. So I was going to do a different piece of art, and I had it all chosen, and then I started looking at it, and I'm like, I'm not figuring that out on my very first one, because there's a few things that I'm like, well, should I do it this way or that way? So I decided to hold off on that one, and then I'll do that one another time. But, yeah. Have you done any art lately, Steve? I know you've been a little busy with some other things and whatnot, but have you been able to draw at all or do anything? Let's see, some advantages and disadvantages. So I like doing the backgrounds when they're large backgrounds like this in pastels. Number one, it's faster, and most of my backgrounds aren't really detailed. So when I do colored pencil, I do like, why is there a sparkle? There's a sparkle on my background. When I do a lot, colored pencils and the background isn't detailed, then I like to go in with pastels and do that just because it's faster. And I do like the juxtaposition between the pastel and the colored pencil. It kind of makes the colored pencil pop a little bit more, I think, because you have the two different finishes, because colored pencil is a little bit shinier. And then I don't usually use pastels as a base. I do want to try it though, like use pastels as a base, say like on a flower, and then put color pencil on top of it. I haven't tried it. I kind of want to try it. I wanted to try it before I got out of doing art, but I never did. One of the disadvantages of that, though, is you have to be very, very, very light-handed, because if you're not, then you're going to feel the tooth of the paper, and you're not going to be able to layer and get that depth you need. Bless you. Goodness. Nanny's got some sniffles over there. These should be... This is one of those areas where I was talking about where I messed up my lines. So we're kind of just going with the flow here. I do still wonder about some of these lines I put on here. I still don't know what some of them mean, but you know, whatever. We are going with the flow. Trying to create this roll here. Struggling a little bit with it. Again, the colors are a little bit off, or the lines are a little bit off, so let's see. Have any of you tried digital art? Like, what are your thoughts on digital art? Not AI, like digital art. Like, do you find that digital art... And if you don't create digital art, what are your opinions on the digital art? Do you find that there shouldn't be digital art? Do you find it interesting? Like, what are your thoughts on digital art? I've really been wanting to get into it. I do struggle with, you know, just taking the time to learn it. It's coming together, this roll here. That's nice. Beginning to form. Haven't in 2.5 years, but I have the itch again. Hopefully I remember half what I should know. Acrylics and colored pencil. Yeah, I was really worried about that, Steve, like for me. And the New Year's stream, it was a struggle. I was definitely feeling the uncertainty and second guessing myself and all of that. And I didn't look at this piece for 4 days. I don't know. I haven't really looked at it that much anyway. And then when I came in here today, I'm like, well, there actually is depth and stuff. So I mean, it comes back, I guess, is what I'm going to say. Is don't be afraid if you want to get to it. That's one reason I started it, because I'm like, I kind of want to do it again. And I thought there's no better way to do it than to maybe annotate it on live stream, so that way people such as yourself and me, obviously, when you've been away from it for so long and you're uncertain, it's like, well, can I do this? Because there's always that question, like, I don't know if I can do this again. But don't be afraid to try. If you're getting the itch, even if it's just something small, just do like little sketches or something. I mean, you're very good at sketching. So definitely, just scrap a piece of paper while you're just sitting there. Just sketch a little something. I think you'll find that, your uncertainty is kind of, while it's founded, it's kind of unfounded too. Like, I think we hype ourselves up too much and worry too much about, oh my gosh, can I do that? Yes, you can do it. I promise you, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Trying to tint this just a light brown. And actually, after, even though it was really late and I was really tired, after the live stream, I actually felt like I accomplished, like, it was probably one of the most gratifying days I've had in a while, just because I found that I could still do something that I sort of enjoyed before. So it was a nice feeling to be able to do that. I have a big acrylic piece that actually I did the line work for it on the canvas, I don't know, years ago, and it still has tape around the edges, and it's, how big is it? 24 by 30 maybe? I don't know. But I really want to do that piece. That one scares me. Like, it's one of the reasons I didn't do it before. Even before I stopped doing art, it oof, I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. Someone wants me to do her dogs. Yikes. I haven't even practiced yet. I may ask you questions like we used to do, at least a tad bit, but not sure. You're right. Get the practice in. Yeah. Feel free to reach out, Steve. I have no problems with that. Again, getting back into it and struggling and myself, I totally get it. But yeah, I think you should practice a little bit and see if you're comfortable doing it. I mean, if you're not comfortable doing it, then I guess you just hold off until you are, or something. I don't know. I'm at a loss of words because that seems to be my case lately. One of the tests I'm getting done, words seem to escape me quite a bit lately, so. I like your streaming on Wednesdays, usually my free morning with no interruptions. Nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to, Wednesdays is when Tim goes into the office. So I want to keep it on Wednesdays. I don't know, unless I have doctor's appointments, but I don't know. I'm not certain of the time yet. 9 seemed to work-ish today. I wish I would have had, I might go 9:30. I'm going to play with the time a little bit and see what works best for our mornings. I did feel slightly rushed, but at the same time, I kind of like being early like this. That way, I still have the afternoon to get some of the other things done that I need to get done. Like, I don't know, the house. And then, I don't know. I might end up doing more than one live stream during the week once everything settles in. I don't know. Everything's kind of up in the air still. But I'm glad this works for you, Steve. It will be around this time. I just don't know exactly if it's going to be 9 or 9:30. I don't think I'm going to go as late as 10. I think that's a little too late because you're going into the afternoon, unless I absolutely have to. We'll have to see. But I'm not planning on going that late. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see. I also need to decide what I want to do this year. I still want to create my print on demand. I want to work on my print on demand stuff that I've been doing. That, again, I haven't done in I don't know how long because I just kind of let it fall away. I still want to do that. So I need to set aside time for that. I need to set aside time for my daily vlogging and editing those videos. So yeah, I decided this year that I'm going to just run with it, and we're going to fill my plate up, because why not? Let's see more. My biggest handicap right now is what color to use for the base. How do you decide? Like, if a white dog. So white is very tricky. There's so many. White is not. There's very rare that it's true white. Like even this right here, it looks white, but it's really not white. It's kind of a yellowish. I did a cup. I don't know if I made it available or not. I did do a white cup on white paper, and I didn't use any white, I don't think. So you have to kind of look at, it's kind of like this flower, the undertones, even though it's red. So we'll go over here. So even though this is a basic red flower, I kind of look through the color, which I don't know how to explain that really well. I kind of look through the color and see what, like, it has a sheen of red on top, but underneath is yellows and oranges. So that's why, like, a lot of this, I started with, like, a red or an orange, and then I kind of tint it accordingly. But I always do a light color. So, like, for instance, let's see, let me find a good spot. Trying to find a good spot that I haven't started yet. Let's go over here. So over here, the shadows are kind of like a dark maroon red color, and I started with this red to kind of map it out, and like this area here, I believe my lines are still whacked. Trying to figure out what's what here. We'll go with this area here because I know that that's what. So I'm starting here with this red, but then I'm going to layer this orange on top, and it's going to give it, it's going to bring out the orange and the red, and then I'll just go back and forth. You know what? Maybe I'll do a white piece. I have to see what I have. I might do a white piece. Anytime after 8 works for me, but heck, I'll do my best to catch you anytime you stream. Oh, thanks, Steve. Yeah, 8's a little early, especially on the days that Tim goes to work, because we're trying to get the dogs fed and get him out the door. And if he gets up too early, he's pretty much useless. He doesn't do very well when it's early. So we have to get him up at a time that he can function, like early enough that he can get out the door, but late enough to where he can function. So it's a challenge. And on Tuesdays we get up early because it's trash day, and we don't like taking the trash out the night before because people like to go through trash. So yeah, it's a whole thing. But back to your question, you have to decide what colors the white dog is, because there's different colors within, like, if it's a poodle, a lot of poodles have more brown to them, to where if it's a husky or something like that, while they have brown in it, there's still it might have some blues or purples in it, because their whites are typically a little bit cooler, to where poodles have a little bit more warm white, so you want to use more warm tones. So I would stick with like your warm grays, maybe some ochres if it's a warm dog, maybe some ochres in there, depending upon what your shadows are, but that'd be used for like shadows. And then sorry, looking at my dog to see what she was doing. And then for cooler dogs, I would go with the cooler grays, and then the maybe some blue, maybe some purple. Have to see how that goes. But it really depends upon your dog breed that you're doing. I have another reference of, like, the first time I learned how to do colored pencil was on Coke with Ice. Because, you know, I don't do anything easy. Make it easy on myself. But I have another reference with a Coke bottle. And Tim's like, why don't you do this to get back into it? It's what you started with. And I'm just like, really? You think you're funny? I'm like, no, we're not doing that. Let's see here. This. Ilani. No. Don't do that. Thank you. See if I can bring y'all closer. Wrong way. There we go. Let's go a little bit closer. So you can kind of see how I'm layering a little bit better. So you can kind of see where there's like a nice red base here. But it's actually like, it almost glows. It's like a glowing orange. So now I'm going to take this like red orange that's a little bit deeper and just layer over that, but you can still see the red underneath it. And then I'm going to take like this glowing yellow orange and go over that in certain areas to bring out some of the highlights. And I even go over some of this dark red in certain areas to start bringing in those ripples. Creating the texture. Dog breed is Shih Tzu. Is it a white Shih Tzu or is it the ones that are like brown and they have the brown and black and all of that? I want to know more about your acrylic piece. Come on, spill your guts. So the acrylic piece is a flamingo. Let me see if I can, you know what? Let me see if I can find it for you. It's a flamingo. And, but he kind of has his eye, like his head tucked in. And it's only like a, part of the flamingo. It's like not a whole flamingo. Let me see. But it's on this canvas that I won, and it's like that glittery canvas, so to speak. And I want to have that glitter come through as well. So okay, so it's 24 by 36. Oh, this is going to tell me that I can't. Really? Let's see. Let me think if I can go to a different. Let me see if I have it on my phone. I might have it on my phone. Here we go. So this is the piece. Ooh, light, light, light. There we go. So this is the piece that I want to do. So you can kind of see how the eye is just up here. And then it just has the feathers. So he has his head kind of tucked in. And I really, really want to do it. But again, I want the iridescent to come through. So I think I'm going to do like an iridescent. I don't know if I'm going to mix iridescent in with the whole thing, or if I'm going to just do a glaze of iridescent. I'm not really sure. Which is another reason I haven't done it, because I don't know how I want to do that. And I'm not sure how I would stream it, because my new studio setup is not exactly conducive to acrylic painting, especially something that large. But I don't know. I might do it. Move my cameras around and stuff. We'll have to see if I get around to it. But I am looking forward to doing that one of these days. I don't know about this area here. I'm struggling with this area. I'm not happy with it at all. I don't want to go too dark because I want this roll to stand out. Maybe I need to go lighter in this area. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Trying to get it so this one's rolled over, and then this has kind of like a little whoop-de-doo, for lack of a better word. My descriptions are, accurate whoop-de-doos and all of that, but, whatever. Trying to get some nice little petal texture, young petal texture. What you described, so one each, what you described, so yes, they are different, but she wants them both on 8x10. Ooh, 8x10 with 2 dogs. I mean, it can be done. They'll be small, but it can be done. Pimp on the poses, I might ask her to consider to go to like, what is it, 8x10, 11x14, I think is the next size up. But I don't know, 8x10 might work really well as well, especially with you just getting back into it. That way you don't have to go into too much detail with it. But it'll be enough detail to like practice, so to speak. I think that you should jump into it, Steve. Practice a little bit, do a couple little swatches of fur, and work on your color selection, and then just jump into it. Because really, the color's going to look different on the dog than like if you do like a little section of the fur. It would look way different. Will actually has a video where he did like swatches of different furs, and it looked different on the actual animal than it did on just the swatch. So you could practice with choosing your colors and getting some swatches down, and then just jump into it. I mean, that's what I did. I didn't even bother practicing. I didn't bother practicing this. I'm just like, well, whatever happens, happens. And, if it doesn't turn out, no harm, no foul. And, you got some practice in, and you can always restart it. If you wanted to. I mean, obviously it's, if you don't want to do it, then by all means don't do it. But if it's something you want to do, then I say just jump in and do it. That's what I did. But I tend to do that a lot anyway. I just jump in and say, we'll see what happens. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. That's not looking too bad, I don't think. It's sort of coming together. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, I'm finding if you overthink it, then number one, you'll never start. And I think overthinking holds us back as humans anyway, a little bit. So I know it does me. Like, I'll just overthink something. And then Tim and I'll sit and be like, how do these people do this when, we're not stupid and we try something or whatnot and it just isn't working the way, or we're getting results that we're expecting. And then you have these people that are like, well, I didn't know, and they're like super successful. I don't know. So we just kind of, I think we overthink things. And I think that's something both Tim and I need to stop doing, is overthinking everything and just do things. Good thing is she knows I'm not going to rush anything, so she says whenever I get back to her. Well, that's good. It's good that you don't have somebody that's like, oh, you said you were going to do this. And it's good that, she's understanding and you have the time you need to do it what you need to do to feel comfortable. Let's see. Let's do this. These veins are kind of like an orangey red, so I'm doing this orange to see how far I need to tint. I think I will tint. Looking for the right color. I have a bunch of colors over here I haven't even used that I pulled out just in case. I think we'll go with this color. And then I will tint the top part with this color. Tone it down and tint it at the same time. There we go. I think we'll go with that for that. And then I'll finish this little section up here. Then we'll move on to another area. Just trying to get a little bit smoother transition here. Feel like this just doesn't feel finished over here. Yes, I definitely overthink that. Yes, I am with you on that. Me too. I wish I didn't, and I don't know really how to fix it, so to speak, like... And even though I try to tell myself, don't overthink this, don't overthink this, and then I just do it anyway. I guess old habits are hard to break. There. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Fix this here, and then I think we'll be golden. Oh, goodness. Don't start already. Darken this up a bit. So, do you prefer longer streams or shorter streams? Like, do you think like a 2 hour, 3 hour, or you think it's better to do shorter streams but more often? What is your opinion, Steve? Again, just trying to decide what people enjoy. Like, if I'm watching live, I kind of like longer live streams, but I also, you know, if I have something to do, then I'm like, well, I kind of don't want to leave. So sometimes they'll prevent me from even watching a stream from somebody because Like, I don't want to get invested in the stream and then miss what it is that I needed to get done or whatever. See, I said I was done with this, and then I'm still working on it. I swear. Overthinking things again, Steve. Overthinking things. About an hour? Yeah. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Hour 10, something along those lines. That way people can still come and they don't feel like they're missing out or whatever. So, I agree. I think that is a pretty good time frame, so to speak. Let's see. I want to move on to this butterfly, sort of. I'm scared of this butterfly. Like, I don't know. And this is actually supposed to be cut off here, but I extended it. So I have half of a flower, so I'm making it into a regular flower. Whatever. Let's see. Let's do this one. We'll start down here. So for this, you know, this butterfly is more of like a monarch butterfly, so it has a lot of orange in it. But I am putting a layer of red underneath because there is red undertones. So I do this layer of red. This is a good example of what we were talking about layering. And then I'm going to go over it with a brighter orange. So we get that nice orange cast to it. And then I'm going to go over it with probably a lighter red color. So let's see here. Let's try this red here. And then this should get me pretty close to the color I need. Yeah. See, so now we have this like glowing red-orange color. And then I think I want it to glow a little bit more, so I'm going to add this yellow, a light layer of this yellow, glowy yellow on top, and then I'm going to go back over it with an orange and then maybe the red again. It's all about just adjusting the colors. I can say an hour to me is most likely my attention span that I get the most out of. I understand that. I think at this point for me, especially just coming back into it, you know, my hands can only stand so much, and with me doing so much on the house, they're really struggling. Like, they hurt really bad. And then the lights with my eyes, just, I don't know. I'm falling apart. Just falling apart. That's all there is to it. There we go. I think that looks good. And then we'll do some black around it. I'm being super careful here because there are some circles up here. That looks good. Did go a little heavy on the black over here, so we're just gonna adjust that here and make it look like a shadow. There we go. Blend this a little bit to soften it. And then I'll go back in and sharpen it again. Okay, there we go. Well, we are older now. Yes, we are definitely older now. Once I hit about 48, it's just gone downhill. Yes, falling apart is definitely what we do. Yeah, after COVID, the first time in 2021, everything's just gone downhill from there. And then doing this, I was getting back into things, and then doing the house that everything we've been doing to it. I sprained my ankle February of last year. So that really slowed our progress down on the house. And then I was just getting back into being able to do things. And we went on vacation in September. And on the way over, I apparently contracted COVID. And 4 days into our vacation, I ended up passing out. And I broke both ankles. So I was in air casts for several weeks. And I'm still having problems with my right foot. My left foot is but my right foot I'm still having serious problems with. And we still have to do the house, so I'm still doing that too. In between everything, so if it starts bothering me too much, I put my air cast on and I just keep going. So one of these days I'll be able to just sit down and let things heal. We'll see how it goes. And then I have other things going on too, which I'm waiting on tests and getting tests for. But, yeah, it's been a crazy ride the past, 4 years? Yeah, 4 years, 5 years. It's been a crazy ride. But it's all right. It's life, and, I made the decision halfway through last year that I was going to do something different. So, get back into things and just make myself do things and be more accountable. So that is what my goal is, and that is why I started streaming, because we need to be more accountable. Well, I need to be more accountable. I don't know if you need to be more accountable, but I need to be more accountable. So here I am. But yeah, I think it's been an hour, so I will go ahead and get off. Oh, hold on. I just saw something I want to fix before I leave. I know, it's random, but it is what it is. Anyway. Okay, so I will see you all next week. I will definitely be here next Wednesday. And probably 9:30 is what I'm thinking for next week. We'll have to see how things play out and how I'm feeling. But yeah, otherwise, I will see you all next week. And I want to thank you for joining me. And I appreciate having you here. I remember that, and I thought, oh dear Lord, that's terrible, and said prayers for you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I will see you all next week, and have an excellent week, and hopefully your 2025 is going well. And until next time, catch you later. Bye.